What's up, everybody? Thanks for joining me. It's going to be a quick little game session here. I'm going to show off some light guns. The tools that I'll be using in this is going to be my two sended light guns. But the overall build, whenever it comes to light guns, is only going to be 134 games. So I'll just go through the listing right here and let you all take a peek at the available light gun games that will be here. Even though this is all that comes with it, there will be add-ons. So one of the first add-ons I will plan on releasing will be more light gun games. I would like to do Techno first, because that's what most people are going to want. Plus, those actually won't be, surprisingly, the easiest ones to set up on this thing. Everything's basically pre-made, pre-done. All I really need to do is source out the games, test them out, make sure they work, and actually put them on here. The reason why I don't have so much on here right now, I really wanted to keep this build around 200 gigabytes or lower. I just didn't want this to be a really huge build out the gate, and for people to download it, and then for them to realize that it just doesn't work when it comes with any preloading and pre-builds. It's really only going to be as good as your system. So if your system can't run, if it has issues, I didn't want you to waste a whole day downloading 1 terabyte, 2 terabyte, 5 terabyte build. I want it to be in small chunks so you can be more confident with that the add-ons are going to work as well. So think of this as a test build to see if your computer, PC actually can run all these games, and also as a litmus test to see which systems you can run. I have MAME, Supermodel 2 or Supermodel 3, Model 2, Naomi 2, and Techno. I don't have any PlayStation games, not 1, 2, or 3. There will be add-ons for that, and the Wii games. Now, this build isn't only a light gun build, it also has other games as well that's not light guns, which I can get into that later on. Okay, and we're almost through all these games, so go ahead and come through these, and then I'll show you what to do. So I'm starting with my two send-in light guns. So they should already be working. Aliens 3, I still need to fix that. I don't know why I broke on it on my end, but I'll get that fixed. So we'll go with Area 51. If you hear any bumping or static in the audio, it's probably all my cords just hitting each other. I got so much stuff plugged up over here. Alright, so my coins work, my start works, but this is working for player 2. So that's already an issue right there. Again, this is always going to be perfect. So, let's go ahead and escape out of this and try to narrow down the issue. First thing I want to do is check my send-in program. I want to check my send-in program, make sure they automatically are in the right area. Get my Windows, come down here, pop this up, go to my main, and yep, I can tell right now that's the reason. So that happens, all we want to do is flop this over. Blue, of course my blue is my black gun. I just, for testing purposes, I had it flash to blue. And then player 2, save my settings. See if I stop this and start it. Going to take a moment for sending to catch up. Alright, so now the guns are in proper order with the ascending program. So now when I start this, everything should be in order. Alright, so I'm starting on the correct side. I'm able to shoot with my correct gun. On player 1 gun works. Let's go player 2. On player 1 gun works. Got my coins in. Get my start. Easy peasy. Easy peasy. Get out of that. Get out of that. And since I'm just talking to myself right now, I'm just going to take a little break from talking. And since I'm just talking to myself right now, and figure out what I'm going to do next. Okay, so any of you watching this on the replay, it's best to test out your Final Burn Neo. So we're going to go to Jurassic Park. Because how we just done to fix the Ascendant Light Gun for MAME and really all other systems that is not Final Burn Neo. We'll do the same thing here. And I lucked out. My player 1 gun works. Normally what you need to do is go to Final Burn Neo and set the raw input number of your gun to it, and honestly I will do that anyways, because see on my player 2 gun and it is not moving that crosshair. So this is just good practice. Even if both guns do work at the same time, I would highly advise to still take this step. And we're not going to know what these are off the bat, so we're going to figure out our first gun first. Go game settings. Go to guns. We're only worried about the mouse index 1 right now. We're just going to start with 0 and go all the way down. And what we're doing is seeing which one of these numbers moves the crosshair. 0, not 0. 0, not 0. And we're just going to repeat this process until we find a number that moves a crosshair. And I guarantee you it's going to be 1 and 2. Only because I've done this so many times with this. Every gun's going to be different, but I know what mine's going to be. So that works. Escape out of that. And we're going to repeat the process for gun number 2, which we had the initial issue with. Go to your guns, go right here. Let's go ahead and test out 0. We already know gun 1 needs 1. But let's see if 0 is going to activate the red one. I don't think so. I think it's going to be number 2. Yep, so that doesn't move anything. We were able to start player 2, so that's good. Come back here, repeat the process. Game settings. Mouse to index. We already know 1's going to be player 1 because we just tested that out. So let's see if player 2 is going to register as 2 on the mouse index. And we're just setting up all of the Final Burn Neo games with this. Player 2 starts it, that's not the issue. And there we go. So now we have the blue crosshair. And if it looks pretty jittery, that's just because I'm way too close to my screen. And that's the only reason. Now let's get player 1 in here to confirm they are both working with no issues. I got 1 going independently, 2 independently. Get out of that. And I'll reiterate, it is highly advised that you do this with a keyboard, because your hotkey and your start buttons are always going to work with your light gun games. Let's kick into Techno Parrot now. We already got main working. And now we're just going to run through and verify that everything's going to work flawlessly, which they should. There's no reason it should not at this point. I'm using my sending guns, but the same process I'll need to do with every other gun, minus the initial one we did to get send and sorted to read the correct gun.
Select a level.
Alright, player 1 gun, no problem. Let's get the second gun into this action. Player 2, no problem. Easy peasy. Now, this one I was able to use my hotkey and start to exit the game, but again, that's not always going to work with every emulator. That's why a keyboard is going to be necessary. See how Model 3 looks. Now, we'll say in advance, Model 3 may not fully populate the screen. Why that happens, if that happens, I don't know. It does it while I'm playing, but if I'm going through post-editing, that's where issues may happen. So you may see it not fully screen on your end, but it is full screen. So FYI if that's the case. Okay, so I already got my crosshair up here. Starting. Player 1's fine. Player 2 gun. Alright, easy peasy. I'm probably going to shoot like shit because I'm just too close to the screen, so it's not the guns, it's me. Alright, so we made it through there. Out of that. Okay, let's do something. Let's do a weird game here. Lucky and Wild. So normally if you play this game, you would need a steering wheel, your gas pedals, and a gun. I have this game working with just your gun. Haven't played this in a while, so I want to try to remember how I had this configured. But you can run this entire game using only your gun. Now I'm just going to talk through controls as I'm playing. So as I remember how to do this, y'all will know too. Okay, so the crosshairs are going to move the car back and forth as well. So not only the crosshair is the car steering as well. Okay, your directional pad is going to be your gas, up and then down is going to be your brake. So easy peasy. And if you have a second player, buddy, they can jump in as well. I don't have 3 hands, so I gotta have both hands on player 1 to do this. But you get the drift. Okay, like I said, it's gonna be a short one, so I'm gonna end off here with playing at Duck Hunt. Now, a huge keynote right here when it comes to sending light guns. They don't play with the white border around the screen with a 4x3 bezels. From the center out, it's fine, but when you get into the corners, it's going to start altering. So I'm just going to do this one in full 16:9 mode, because that will actually set my crosshairs correctly on the main. So let's go game settings, and this is how you put everything into 16:9. If you don't want the bezels and you'd rather have full screen. Give me a second here, because I can't remember offhand. Game settings. Video mode. Game Aspect ratio, here we go. Now I may need to turn the bezels off to get this done correctly, but let's try it without doing that first. Now the arcade mode is one I want to play on Duck Hunt, because if you get past the round of ducks and the clay shooting, you'll get to shoot the dog. Alright, so I didn't do it for me, so I'll do this right here. Turn off the bezels, and then that should put me in 16 full screen by 9. There we go. The aim on Duck Hunt is not really great because it's been altered. So to properly hit the ducks, you want to aim like a hair above them. So wherever you normally aim, just raise it like a crosshair up and you'll hit them. And that goes the same for the disc as well. Alright, so if I can survive the first 2 rounds, you can just shoot me, shoot the dog. Alright, so if I can survive the first 2 rounds, you can just shoot me, shoot the dog. Yeah, it's already not looking good. Yeah, it's already not looking good. Hopefully I'll have a perfect round on the clay shooting, and that should get us to the dogs. Hopefully I'll have a perfect round on the clay shooting, and that should get us to the dogs. Hopefully I'll have a perfect round on the clay shooting, and that should get us to the dogs. Alright, we done it. Man, that was tough. Now we get to do the dog. Done it. Man, that was tough. Now we get to do the dog. On the dog, I like to wait till his 3rd passing, and that'll help me get the most points out of it. On the dog, I like to wait till his 3rd passing, and that'll help me get the most points out of it. On the dog, I like to wait till his 3rd passing, and that'll help me get the most points out of it. Oh, definitely. I'll actually show you what I did here. So if you're still on, hold up, and I'll show you how I did it to get my sending keys to save on MAME. I'll show you how I did it to get my sending keys to save on MAME. Alright, so let's pull my file up here. In MAME, or for Retrobat in MAME, it's all going to be in your systems. No, it saves. And then you'll go to your MAME folder. Now, MAME's going to have both regular MAME and all the other versions of Lubitro MAME. The only one that we're worried about is going to be the CGF. So what happens is anytime you try to make a change, you're going to have a backup copy that's going to happen. It's going to override it. Now, Retrobat has ways it would rather instruct you to do it, but I had issues with every way when it comes to light gun games. And the big one, for example, is going to be your XY games. So let's go down to Terminator. So I had to redo every analog game for this. So this is how I change everything through here. You put your input file right here on how you want it. Because MAME on Retrobat, they didn't correctly assign the XY analogs. So it may be on player 1, but it might not be on player 2. And in some games, they had it set for player 2, but not player 1. So they would have the keyboard input, the gamepad input, and the mouse input, but not the gun code. So for light guns, you gotta have the gun code. But not only that, you had to start the game up, you had to change it in the game file, and then you have to set it as a read-only, because if you don't, when you start your game up, it's going to override it. So let me run a quick demonstration on that. So let's say, you know, I'm getting to Duck Hunt and I want to change anything. Now, of course, I'm running regular MAME, so Retrobat reads as MAME64. I would come through here. I would go to my input settings for a game, and then you would just change them however you want them to. But after you change them, for the new file to come up, you'll need to go to your dip switches and reset the system. So the game's going to reboot, and all the changes you made is going to get written to your CGF file. So for Duck Hunt, it would be right here, which I probably don't have for Duck Hunt because I didn't need to do it for Duck Hunt. Well, let me double check. It might be up here. Yeah, so here's Duck Hunt. Now, I didn't need to change anything for that game. Mostly, it was the games that needed the X and Y values changed. But you would save it, you would see it saved, and then you would set that to a read-only. So I go to Properties, I click Read-Only, and apply it. Now, that's only done just for my light gun games. Everything else is fine. But if you do want your inputs to save, that's how you would have to do it. Okay, anyways, everybody, thanks for joining in. Hope you might learn something. Hope this might interest you a little bit. Anyways, I'll catch you in Discord and the group, and y'all have a great day. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me here or anywhere else. You know where to find me. I'll catch y'all later.